Good morning there, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back from spring break. It's gonna start a new lesson here. So all these that hated 6163, this one is not that bad at all. Alright, so we are graphing rational functions. Okay, so everything you've been solving and simplifying, this is the graphing format. Basically, if you look at it, they look like two boomerangs. Okay. And then there's some imaginary lines here that these graphs don't touch. Okay, as you can see that I'm drawing. And I'll explain how we get these in a little bit. But these are called asymptotes. Alright, so these graphs have restrictions on them. And these restrictions are our asymptotes. So our parent function for a rational function is 1 over x. Okay, it's in the hyperbola family. The domain and range is all non-zero real numbers because if you look at our restriction here, x can't equal 0. Okay, so all non-zero numbers work. Our asymptotes are x equals 0, which is this line right. Oh, sorry, I'm incorrect. It's a vertical line. X equals 0 is our vertical asymptote. Horizontal asymptote is f of x equals 0, or y equals 0. Same thing. Okay, there are no x-intercepts, and this graph is undefined at 0, as I said from there, for our restriction. Okay, so this is what the graphs will look like. To get us warmed up, talk about some restrictions. So for example 1, we're going to determine the value of x, for which f of x equals 3 divided by 2x plus 5. Okay, so we're just going to take our denominator here. We're going to set it equal to 0 because we can't have 0. So we say 2x plus 5 can't equal 0, or is not equal to 0. And then just solve the problem. So this is just a refresher from what you've been doing. So x can't equal negative 5 halves or negative 2.5. Okay? Warm up. Okay, so that's how we get our, this will end up being our vertical asymptote, which we'll see here in a second. Okay. Moving along. So our standard form. Okay, we have f of x is equal to a over x minus h plus k. So just like all standard form of the functions we learned this year, h and k do the same stuff they've always done. H is our horizontal shift left to right. K is our vertical shift up and down. So our horizontal shift, okay, this is our left to right. All right, remember, it's always opposite sign. So if it's plus h, we're going to move to the left. If it's minus h, we're moving to the right. And then our k is our vertical shift. This is our up or down. And this would be always the same. Okay, so if we have a positive h, we're going left. Negative h, going right. Positive k, we go up. Negative k, we go down. Alright. And then we have our a's. So they do several things. Okay, if a is negative, okay, it is a reflection over the x-axis. Okay, and then the other part of a, if it's greater than 1, we stretch vertically. And then if a is a decimal, we compress vertically. All right, that's kind of tough to just visually see, just reading the words. So there are a couple Desmos activities that are going to go along with this lesson, and in those activities, you'll play with the A values, and you can see what actually happens to the graph stretching and compressing vertically when you change the A value. All right, so for our first graphing example, example 2, part A, we have f of x equals 2 over x minus 3. So let's label everything we have. A equals 2, h equals 3, and k equals 0. Now we get h equals 3 from our restriction. Remember, x minus 3 can't equal 0, so we get x can't equal 3. Alright. And then these also happen to be, so h is our vertical asymptote, and k is my horizontal asymptote, abbreviated